That's also a good thing. We're looking for Indonesia. We're not asking any Middle Eastern country. We're not asking Saudi Arabia. The big bosses, not really the big boss, the big countries dun sa Organization of Islamic Countries, so OIC.
OIC.
Instead of asking for UAE, Saudi Arabia, and some other OICs, they're asking for Indonesia, a neighbor. No, a neighbor, and a member of the ASEAN state, to intervene, and that's a good thing. You know, your neighbors should be able to intervene. The EU found itself lacking nung nagkaroon ng yung Europeans, it found itself lacking nung nagkaroon ng problema sa Yugoslavia, no? Sa former Yugoslavia, when civil wars erupted in Bosnia, Herzegovina, Serbia, and even Macedonia, found itself lacking. This is our neighbor. She's stone throws away from Sweden and Netherlands, and you know. And when the fact wala silang nagawa, how were they able to help? Sana. No, mayroong mga naging unrest noon because of the economy, ang daming nag-collapse, nagkaroon ng depression, complete depression sa EU. If we're going to ask other states, where was the EU able to help? They can definitely answer na. Oo, nagkakagulo sa Greece, and we're trying all our best with all other EU partners to be able to help ease up. Well, of course, marami naman din talagang tayo masasabi against the EU. Maraming critic. Pero at the end of the day, ang sinasabi ko lang, yung regular na Pilipino ba, again, going back to that question that I posed kanina, nararamdaman ba niya yung ASEAN? No, and there's a lot of potentials para dito sa ASEAN. No, na sana maramdaman siya. No, we can identify ourselves as members of the ASEAN. Because the ASEAN does not really figure in the lives of common people. I'm not saying that, again, don't get me wrong, EU is not the perfect model for me, pero again, if you've been to Europe, you will see that there is, so yes, I am Brit, pero we're also part of the European community, we're part of EU. So, hindi man basta-basta marinig yan, pero they can identify. And they have an idea of how the EU works, how the EU is affecting them, and how they are affecting the EU, for better or for worse. So, sana yun yung potential na pwede natin gamutin.
Paano po maapektuhan ng AFTA yung economy ng Pilipinas? At saka sino po ba yung pinaka-magbe-benefit kung sakaling matutuloy yung AEC?
Ano AEC?
Yung ASEAN Economic Community.
Cooperation.
Community po. ASEAN Economic Community.
Okay, sorry, wala sa isip nila na. Again, parang yung sinabi ko kanina, yun eh. No? Saan parang yung European community, di ba? It's a community for development and security. The same thing. It's actually supposedly this ASEAN member states, of course, obviously, and other countries that are trading with the ASEAN. The main point of the ASEAN and the smaller organizations that it is creating under its umbrella is to make, again, the ASEAN a powerhouse. It's a singular block, maybe with different point of views, maybe with different forms of government, no problem, but with certain issues or certain goals that as a group we want to achieve. At yun yung reason kung bakit tayo nagiging bumubuo na ganyan, bakit bumubuo ng mga smaller ASEAN organizations. It's because when we trade as a block. When we discuss policies, when we discuss procedures, when we discuss sa pinakamababaw na salita, kitaan, bayaran at kitaan, we do it as a block. No, we do it as a block when we're dealing with China, so that China will not fuck us up. We do it as a block when we're dealing with Australia, because we don't want Australia to have the upper hand. We want everybody to have, certain hands, not you having the upper hand and I'm just gonna get whatever shit you're going to throw to me. The point of the matter is, yun yung plano. Yung parang economic community yan. When Japan would like to create more, say, Toyota factories in the Philippines, in the ASEAN, we make sure that we're getting everybody, if not everybody's getting the same piece of the pie, at least hindi nagkakalayo. No, parang walang natitihado kasi kasama dito yung issues ng labor eh.
Opo.
How to better yung labor, no, not
Economic.
just labor practices, pero yung labor, human resources. How do we deal with this when it comes to trading? No? Again, mag-uunahan ba tayo? Magpapababaan ba tayo? Or do we stand as a group and saying, ito yung magiging common denominator natin, ito yung magiging, tawag dito, ito yung magiging policy natin, ito yung magiging benchmark natin, ito yung magiging minimum natin, para walang nadedehado. What you're offering is the region. You're not offering just the Philippines. You're
Yes.
offering the region as a
Regional
choice. No? As a choice. If we're dealing with the EU will have to deal with the ASEAN. And it's going to be a choice. It's going to be a good thing. That's why, sana sabi ko, again, in the issues of potential, the ASEAN has the potential talaga. Kasi sa EU, marami din silang requirement with regards to human rights, records. No, yung amount of trade, amount of aid that you're going to get has something to do also with your human rights records. The reason why the Philippines is getting more aid than this country is because the Philippines has better human rights records. I'm not saying the best, better than this country, no? And it helps. It does help when you're dealing with a bloc called the EU.
Opo.
Ang daming requirement ng EU when it comes to human rights because that's one of their primary, primary concern. It's the human rights issues. Of course, it doesn't stop them from, pouring in more money and creating more havoc in a certain country, but they have this procedure with regards to aid and its relationship to human rights. And it's something sana that the ASEAN can have. Now, if we can deal with each other's human rights issues and say, okay, let's develop our human rights parlance pare-pareho. Sige, na medyo pare-pareho tayo. Let's ask Myanmar to catch up. And then help Myanmar open up more of its doors to trade. That will be better for Myanmar. Now, again, to better democracy, you have to have the certain standards met before democracy can be said na nagiging effective talaga. That's for everybody. So, ganun yung mangyayari nun, no? So, sa tanong mo na yan sana ang direction. Ayan sana, kung yun ang magiging direction ng matatapos, for everybody to help each other and present the region, the ASEAN, as a choice, kami, not just, Malaysia, truly Asia, choose Philippines, diba? Choose everybody.
Sir, meron po bang dominant sa kanila, sa
of
member
course,
state?
sa member states, we all know that when it comes to the ASEAN, we have in terms of political influence, it's the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand.
Yung 5.
Pag economic, it's the 5+1 kasama yung Singapore. No? Pero pag tinitingnan mo rin, kahit sa mga, I'm sorry to say, some other ASEAN states are just following what others are saying. Talagang itong 5. If you want to have results, you have to deal with this 5. Ang Brunei Darussalam kasi it's there, but it's, I'm just here.
Sumama na.
Oh, I'm just here. Okay, what do you need? Okay. That's not my problem. Maybe my problem, pero that's not my problem. Ganun sila eh.
Opo.
Pero it's these 5 countries who are trying, I'm not saying it's the very best, pero who are there, and if you want something done, you have to get the nod of these 5 countries and may maaabot ka.
Sir, last na
Sige lang.
na tanong. Ano po yung national level measures na i-implement ng ASEAN para matupad yung AEC?
Magandang tanong yan.
National.
Nasa drawing board pa yan eh. Diba? Nakita nyo na ba?
Yung framework
Hindi
po.
pa. May framework na sila. May
Framework po.
framework. Yun yan,
Blueprint
nasa
yung tawag nila.
Ano na?
Blueprint po.
Yung may framework na silang binubuo. Paano ko ba sasagutin yan? Kasi sa napakarami mga dinidiscuss ng ASEAN, at marami rin napapag-usapan, maraming involved, pero hindi
Ano
ba?
po yung may implement na ng Philippines?
Parang,
Paano ko sasagutin? Kasi tinitingnan ko yung sa
Sa whole.
paper versus the practice. Well, in fairness to the Philippines, in fairness to the Philippines, it has tried very best to influence the CN for the better. In terms of putting this national accountability measures, hindi ko pa masyado nakikita kung saan yung direction ng Pilipinas na malinaw na malinaw. Now when it comes to ensuring that the decisions made at the ASEAN and the AEC and definitely in the other bodies that were created under the umbrella of the ASEAN, like the